Welcome to Pro Tour Golf College. I'm David Milne, and here we are at the Robert Trent Jones Junior course at the Joondalup Resort in Perth, Western Australia. One of the characteristics of his golf courses is big greens, and if you miss them in the wrong place, you've got so many different options that you can play to get the ball, or try to get the ball close to your target, which is obviously the hole on this shot here. You've got the option of, at this stage here, we're about 30 meters away, just off the green though. And what we can decide to do, if you want to, is to lob it all the way back to that back shelf there. But is that the percentage shot? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. How many times can I hit it into that kill zone, which is basically the distance that you're going to make that putt, which is 1 meter away from the hole. Right? So that's the target of this exercise, is club selection, execution. Can you do it? Which is the percentage shot that you can play to get the best results. So what we're going to do right now here is to actually show you the choices that you have and the things that you need to probably get into your game so you have those choices rather than a one-dimensional lob it up there. The level of difficultness here on this hole here is that you've got a slight downslope here where you're going to land the ball, or you may wish to land the ball, and there's a big swale that you've got to contend with, which has got also a little bit of slope that's going to sling your ball away from the hole. So again, a very small shelf that you have a choice of. If you're wanting to lob it up there, you've got to hit the absolute perfect shot. So what I've got here is I've selected my landing spot where it's just on the green by 2 or 3 meters, and I've put a club on the ground. What I'm going to do here is select the right loft that I can land it here, and that's going to run out and finish close to my target. The ball will have to be directed to the right hand side. I've got a little cone down there on the green in the swale that I would like the ball, after landing and skipping over this club here on the green, is to go to the right of that cone and then let the slope sling it back. So now, what loft do I need for this shot? It's not going to be a very lofted club, for the simple reason is that I need the ball to roll out probably about 25 meters. Now this is obviously depending on the speed of the greens, and I've always found it very beneficial to practice with every club in my bag. So I might not use them all the time, but I practice with them all the time, so I know the actual trajectory of that club, where I need to land it, and the rollout that's required for the different conditions that you might have to contend when you miss the green. So I'm going to demonstrate the shot here, landing it just short of this club on the green. Skip over it, leapfrog over that, run around the cone, let the slope sling it back and to my target. The loft that I've chosen is a 6-iron. I believe I will have the right loft here to do all the things I need to do to get my ball close to your target. What sort of swing do you need for this shot? Well, I believe here, again, the importance of keeping it really simple. We need a little bit of shaft lean, so I'm going to take a little bit of loft off the club. The ball's going to be slightly back in my stance, just inside my right foot, and weight is going to be favoring the target side, where it will stay throughout the swing. We do not want to start there and then back off it, so make sure we keep the weight favoring and loaded up into your left thigh here. The shot that we need to do is not a low shot here with a takeaway. You want the club to move up slightly and down slightly, so you're still hitting the ball first and then the ground second. So a slight descending blow, and making sure that when you finish here that the club finishes through, but with abbreviated follow through. So I'll demonstrate the shot here for you. Remembering, ball back in your stance, shaft leaning, weight forward. Finished in my target, but the key factor is I use a very high percentage shot to get the ball there, and I'll be able to, I know with the practice I've done, is that I'm going to be in the target area that I need to be to make that one putt and save my par or make a birdie. Now option 2 is the one that most young golfers especially would take. That is the most lofted club they've got in the bag, trying to throw it up and play the hero shot, you know, big swing, low percentage, but they're still going to try it because it looks good. You know, it's the one that they always practice, comes off probably percentage wise maybe 20% of the time, and when they get under the pump it's probably going to be even lower than that. So, you know, we have to land it almost on I have to land it and almost check it up there immediately. So with that swale there, the chances are, even if I land it on the top shelf, it's going to release past the hole. But the biggest mistake you can make is to come up short. So let's see what happens with option 2, and making it slightly higher lofted shot. I'm going to try and swing it bigger, and you can see in trying to get it up in the air, I've also misdirected it, and you know, that's just barely stayed on the green because I was trying to get too much loft with this club, knowing that I had to get it up and spin it. So, you know, from experience I can tell you that our players at Pro Tour Golf College will learn to make the right decisions and take the right options to be able to hit their ball closer to the target and therefore to lower scores.